What's going on, everyone? It's Steve here. I just wanted to come on here just to give my thoughts and 2 cents on the whole Jim Cornette situation pertaining to the thumbnail that he put up with where it's him as a monkey on the right side of the thumbnail, and then there's a Q-tip. There's him as a Q-tip in the middle of the thumbnail, and then there's Swerve Strickland on the left side of the thumbnail, okay? Now, if you don't know who Jim Cornette is, he is, in fact, a former wrestling promoter slash booker, and he is also an author, and now he has his own podcast. He has his own podcast on YouTube, and there was a thumbnail that was uploaded, and it was a very wild thumbnail, which was, him as a monkey, and then it was him as a Q-tip, and then it was Swerve Strickland on the left of the thumbnail. So here's what I will say. What I will say is this. Yes, I did watch the video. I did. And I will say, at first, when I saw the thumbnail, I did flag the video. I will say that. And because it looked very wild. It looked hella racist and very wild. So, like I said, I watched the video in its full context. But let me tell y'all my thoughts and 2 cents about this whole thumbnail. Okay. That was not the best thumbnail. That was not the best thumbnail to put out. I don't know who made that thumbnail, but that's a problem. That's a problem. Because why would you put a monkey next to a black man? Like that looks so wild. And the Q-tip doesn't even help at all. Putting the Q-tip in the middle of the thumbnail, it doesn't help at all. I mean, it would make more sense if y'all had a thumbnail of Sean Strickland holding up the AEW championship over his head. Okay, that would make more sense. But the fact that y'all would make a thumbnail of a monkey and then have a Q-tip in the middle of the thumbnail and then Sean Strickland on the left side of the thumbnail, that makes no sense to me. That absolutely makes no sense. And yes, like I said, I watched the whole video in its full context. I did. But that thumbnail, bruh, y'all, that looks hella wild. It does. And this is coming from a black man. This thumbnail looks really, really wild. It does. It does. And I really do think that this was done on purpose. I really do think that this was done on purpose. Just to piss some people off. I think Jim Cornette and his crew did this on purpose just to piss some people off. I really do think that. Because why on God's green earth would you put out a thumbnail that looks so wild like that? Like, why would you put out a thumbnail like that? Like, why would you do that? That looks so wild. It's especially, giving the history of what black people had to go through in this country. Not only black men were called boy, not only black men were called the N-word, But we were also called monkeys and apes. We were also called porch monkeys. That's another thing we were called back then. During the time, not only during the time of slavery, but also during the time of Jim Crow. And it actually still happens to this day. So look, I get it. I know Jim Cornette comes from a different time. You know, I get it. He's from the South. He grew up during a time where, you know, black people couldn't integrate with white people. Look, I get that. I get that. I get it. But at the same time, too, you have to be, when you put out stuff like that, you got to be very mindful of the reaction that you're going to get from people, more specifically from black people. Because there are black people that do watch his content. Oh, and you know, I will say, you know, not only this thumbnail looked crazy, but the whole thumbnail with OJ Simpson was also crazy. That looked crazy to me too. Where, you know, it was Jim Cornette and I think it was a toilet and it had OJ's face on that toilet. That also looked wild to me. I'm like, what the hell? But yo, man, I don't this I don't agree with the thumbnail. Now I see what Jim Cornette was saying in the video. I see what what's his name, Travis. I see what they were both saying in the video. I watched the video in its context. I did, but the thumbnail, on the other hand, I can't get down with it. As a black man, I can't get down with it. Like you could have, like I said, you could have just had Sean Strickland hold the championship up over his head like this. You know what I mean? Like y'all could have just did that. But instead, y'all went this whole route. Y'all go the whole monkey route. Like that looks hella wild. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it does. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I wasn't gonna be on here too long, but like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share the video. All right, I'm out. Peace.